Okay, let's start. Hello and welcome to Dear Otterboy Brothers podcast. Um, this is our I don't know what number of this podcast it is. Um, we have been recording quite a while, and we were kind of expecting questions from listeners so that we can answer them during the podcast. That's why we named it Dear Otterboy Brothers. How are you doing, Jamshed?
I'm doing great. It's Tuesday afternoon. Great weather so far. And I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing okay. I just rode my bike this morning for almost 8 kilometers. It's good cardio. And then I hang it out with my friends, and now I'm back home and recording a podcast with you. And yeah, first of all, happy birthday. Are you 22 now?
Yeah. From this, from today I'm 22. When people ask me,
Oh,
uh, because like usually people ask me how old I am. Like I meet a lot of people, and around 80% of the people ask me how old am I, and until today I used to tell them, hey, I'm 21. And from now on, I will be telling them, hey, I'm 22.
how does it feel to be 22?
Um, I don't know. It doesn't feel that good. Um, uh, I think I was feeling good when I was younger. Like I like to be young, you know. Um,
Yeah.
and as you grow old, like your responsibilities are gonna increase, and you have to be ready for that. And we have to like cross out the things that we shouldn't be doing, or we should start or add things that we should start doing. And when I was turning to 17, 18, I wasn't thinking about such kind of things, but now I started thinking, oh, okay, now it's getting more serious. So we will see how it's gonna go. I am so excited for the new journey, and yeah.
I'm gonna be 27 soon, and people call me 27 years old, and I don't feel 27. I feel 17. I feel 15 years old. So there is still young Mansur inside me, and I feel it. I feel it when I play soccer. I feel it, my youngest self, when I do the things that I am passionate about. And I think you are doing quite a few things correct by this age. I'm glad that you were working in your on your birthday, and now you are recording a podcast with me. I am happy that you are not the kind of person who takes the day off because it's their birthday. Honestly, I think and I can tell that I have never celebrated my birthday or like special celebration like other people call it.
Mm,
And it has never been a big deal for me and in our family, I guess. And and I don't feel bad about it. It's just another day, and it's been always like that. When I was younger, I used to feel bad about it. I wanted to feel some kind of special thing, as get more attention from other people and get gifts, kind of stuff. And the older I grew, I developed this kind of routine. Yes, birthdays are just like any days, but I use these days as a reflection. I ask myself a couple of questions. 1 year passed me that 1 year passed me by. What have I done? what have I accomplished? And I'm gonna think about those things, and I'm gonna use it as an opportunity to reflect on my past year and to plan for the future ahead. And it's like a uh, day that I take stock of my life and ask big questions, philosophical questions like, what is success to me and how should I live my life? That kind of stuff. And it's not, for me, it's not going to be like any kind of uh, eating the foods that I like or indulging in pleasurable activities. Yeah, like I do it. I do not say no to it if my friends invite me to do something on my special day, and I'm down to it. But deep down, on my birthday, I am working the hardest because I feel like time is running out, and I am getting 1 year older now. So from today on, I should be more responsible, and I should focus on um, building myself, building the things that I want to build in this life, you know?
Well, in my case, like I was never excited about the birthdays as well. And these past 3 years, I am completely, utterly uninterested about it because uh, like it just goes by as normal day. Nothing special happens unless you are super rich and you make yourself as something happen. You know, like you throwing money out and like going to special places and like inviting people and like doing something crazy for yourself. Unless you do that, nothing is gonna happen. No one is gonna come and um make the something happen for you, like a good party, or no one is gonna come and make your day special. You are the one who's gonna do it. You're either gonna go out there and like do something about it, or just sit at home and do your work. It's up to us, you know. So, for example, if I am not gonna do anything and just gonna pass it as a regular day, nothing is gonna change, and no one's life is gonna change, and mine too, and no one is gonna care. But in the past, I was kind of excited about my birthdays when I was younger because my dad made me excited. Because every year, like on my birthday, I mean, we regularly used to go to the fishing, but on my birthday, we used to go like to the riverside and just go fishing again, and that was my like day, like whole day sitting by the riverside and catch a fish. I mean, we used to do it like on a regular basic days as well, but on that day it was kind of special because dad used to make it. And now um I am completely I mean I'm not really that uninterested, but kind of like not excited about it anymore. And for so I analyze it myself again, and I realize that I'm also asking myself like a questions like, okay, what is going on? Um, I also started asking myself like, okay, I'm 22 now. Should a 22 years old man should do? Like, what should I have done by now, or that I haven't done? What I should be doing? What I should be working on? What I should be learning? How should I carry myself? You know what I mean? That kind of questions are popping up right now, and I think that these kind of questions are gonna pop up just because we are kind of unsure about ourselves. Um, so that's also one of the reasons for us should be like to work harder, like to make ourselves to motivate ourselves and to be more disciplined. If we were doing great job, we wouldn't ask these questions ourselves. You know what I mean? One of the reasons why why ask such kind of weird questions is that we know that we could be doing more, but we are not really sure about ourselves. You know what I mean?
Uh, I don't know. Maybe even there are a lot of people who are doing well in life. I think they should stop and take a moment to think about their actions and what are they doing and how are they doing it and what are their next step. Everybody is thinking about it, and it's a natural part of cycle, you know. Even Elon Musk, he is super rich, he has lots of money, and his brain, according to him, he's so busy, and you don't want to be him. He's always thinking the next step, next plan, next goal, and next thing to accomplish, you know? And yeah, like this is our human nature. We never settle to small things, and we are always planning, and we have motivations to do more and to grow more, to be better every single day. And this is part of life. And everybody's journey is different. Somebody is way ahead in the game, and somebody is just starting out, just like us. And it's okay. Yeah, like I don't want to, like, we can make this podcast your birthday special, talking about this kind of stuff. But I want to talk about comfort and pleasure, or hard choices and easy choices that people are talking on social media and everywhere. There are lots of quotes like, if you make easy choices now, you will have to make hard choices in the future, like hard life and hard choices and easy life. Like, this is so true, because if I make easy choice right now, oh, it's my birthday or it's a good day, I need to enjoy it and to drink lots of soda and eat cake and ice cream. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do those, but do you really feel good after that? You're gonna feel good in the moment, but after a couple of minutes, you start. At least I start feeling bad, because um, I don't know why. Some kind of chemistry thing is going on in my body. If I work out, or if I go for a run or go for a walk, this is hard and I don't like it. But when I finish doing it, I feel good about it, you know?
Bro, that's the exact same thing with me. Like I also feel like for some reason, like I at the beginning I want to do something good, something fun, right? And while I'm doing it, like at the beginning, I'm kind of excited about it. I'm kind of happy that I'm gonna do it. But in the middle of it and at the end of it, I feel super bad about doing stuff. Like why? And I start asking myself questions like, why did I do it? Like I shouldn't be doing this, and I feel so bad about it. Like I regret that I took the choice and did this thing. You know. And I just want to
Yeah.
like just end it at the moment, and I come back home and like get back to the regular things like work and such kind of stuff. Um, yeah, I don't know where did it come from, but like maybe it's a the beginning is a outside influence, like a beginning
Yeah.
feeling, like a like the feeling of a me wanting to do something fun is not real. It's not mine. It's something that came from me from outside. But the feeling that's gonna come to me in the end is truly mine because I'm not happy at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can totally relate to that. Uh, I don't know, like me, I guess 2 years ago, I was so hungry, and I had this delayed gratification thing. Even if I had the money, I was making good money even 2 years ago. I wouldn't eat out. I wouldn't eat lunch at a cafe or restaurant. I used to ride my bike home and have lunch here. Just simple lunch, you know? And then after that, I started making more money, and I said, no, I think I have worked really hard. I guess for me, it's time to slow down, maybe enjoy a little bit. And I enjoyed far too more, I guess. I had lots of good times, yes. I went out, I ate whatever I wanted because for so many years in my life, it never occurred to me or it never happened to me that I can eat whatever the thing that I want to eat um because of the situation we were in. And now I had some extra money and I could do it. And I did it for 2 years now, and it's hard to stop. And I just miss my hungry self because if I wanted to eat something or drink soda, I used to say, no, no, it's not the time. Yes, I have the money, but I'm gonna do it later. Right now, I need to save this money. I need to do save this money for my projects, for my tasks. Like I used to be like that guy, and I want to be that guy because of that guy, I'm living a good life right now. So
Mm,
now I'm telling myself I need to sacrifice the time with friends, playing video games or hanging out at Chehone every single day. I need to sacrifice it in order to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish so that my future self can do whatever he wants to, like building a house, starting a business, getting married, and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, uh, I say you didn't ask me for advice, but I think I can give you some advice. You are 22 years old, and believe me or don't believe me, you're gonna be 25 very soon. Now you are climbing up a hill now. It's like a downhill from now on. After some time, you won't realize it. In the blink of an eye, one day you're gonna open your eyes, you are 25. And another day, you are 27. And when you are 27, people already start calling you, you are 30. Yes, people say age is just a number. Yes. However, um, our body starts slowing down after the age of 25. So that's why start working out more and to build a body, build your dream body, and uh, get healthier, get in shape, get shredded if you want to. And then just close your eyes, put your head down, and work for 3 years. Work on your personal tasks and on your own projects. Start some kind of passion project, be it a podcast or be it anything. Study well in school and make sure that you finish university. Finishing university doesn't guarantee that you get a job. It just tells your future employer that you went somewhere for a certain amount of time, for 3 years, 4 years, and you committed and you can show up at work. These days, major doesn't matter at all. However, diploma can be quite useful, and you gotta finish university. And I have some friends who are 27 years old now, and they haven't finished university. Some of them are starting to think to get a degree, to get a diploma. Elon Musk says you don't need degree. Yes, he is right. But you are not Elon Musk, right? You are not genius. You're not wunderkind. So diploma can be quite useful if you want to get a proper job, 9 to 5 job. And people say 9 to 5 job is bad. I want to start my own business. But working for your 9 to 5 job, you can learn lots of stuff about business. You can learn from your employer how he does business, and you can meet people, network, and then after you have learned how business is working, you can build your own business that way too. So there is no rule for everybody. Everybody has their own rules and how they live their lives. and taking action every single day. Take action. Do not think about it. Planning things and just write it down on paper doesn't mean anything if you're not taking action. That's what I have realized at this age. So yeah.
Mm. That's a very good advice. And also, like this, the Chris Williams guy, like gives a quote that is like given like a super like a clear, right? He says, "There is no perfect way to spend your 20s. You either work them up and be underlive 30 years old, or you live them up and become underskilled 30-year-old. You either have to choose. You just just choose which you would rather be and accept the trade-offs, and there is no do-overs." That's very
Yeah.
clear. And
Yeah, it's a choice that you need to make, and we started the podcast talking about easy choices, hard life, hard choices, easy life. Now, do you want your 30s to be easy or difficult? That's a question that you need to ask yourself. Uh, I think I made easy choices in my early 20s and in my 20s, and I was scared to make the hard choices. I don't know why, and I just missed my chances, but I'm still 20, 27, that's still 20. And now I realize it. I should have made the hard choices. You know, I could have done better, but it's okay. I'm not regretting, and I can cross change and make my life, change my life and grow and build from where I am, you know. And this is your life, and nobody is going to come and live it for you. If you make hard choices now, your life will be easier in your 30s. If you make easy choices now, you will have miserable 30s. And pick one. And I recommend you to make hard choices now because your body is strong and it's resilient and it's flexible. It's on its peak, like physically and mentally, you can handle lots of pressure. After 30, our bodies start slowing down and we won't be able to do as much physically and mentally, and we won't have a good focus as much as now. What do I mean by hard choices? By hard choices, I mean building the discipline that you need to build in order to build your future. That discipline is saying no to instant gratification, to instant dopamine. That is social media, Instagram, TikTok, or whatever the addiction that you have. Like you can come back to Instagram after 3 years and go viral. So you are 22 years old now, and at the age of 25, you can open your Instagram again and start posting there, and you can become viral instantaneously because of the work that you have done offline or because of the life that you have built. I don't know, whichever way that you choose. And I do not tell you choose this one. It's up to you and it's your life. I'm just giving you an example. And what are the hard choices? Sticking to a proper sleep routine, like going to bed at the same time of the day and waking up. That is really important. Fix your sleep. When you fix your sleep, you will have more focus to do the work that you need to do, to study better and to perform better at work and to work out and to recover from your workout. This is so important. You're not a child anymore. Like if you make this kind of hard choices, they make your life easy and you can develop good habits, building some good habits like this, like bedtime, working out, and delaying instant gratification, and being grateful and not comparing yourself with other people. just comparing yourself with your past self every single day and trying to learn something, read, write. And we are recording a podcast that is also good and consistent. Like these skills, you don't get them in one day. You're gonna develop them every single day. And yeah.
I want to see what is the high capabilities of being 22 to 22. What is the limit? What is the maximum the level? Like what is the maximum hours that I can work, and what is the maximum days that I can work out? And I want to see all the maximum in 22. And 22 is gonna be, I mean, I have to put the right mindset and cut off the distractions and see how the 22 is gonna be like really fully like leave the 22 now. You know what I mean? Like just try everything to the fullest. Study hard. For example, I'm gonna be starting university from October, and now I'm thinking that I have to because I have to study hard. Like I have to finish like as soon as possible. Now I want to say that like let me study harder than I have ever studied before. Like in at school or like in university back in Tajikistan or like any past years. Like let me study as hard as possible.
Yeah,
You
do
know?
it. Do it.
Yeah.
Because that's the same thing that I did. Like we were taking sociology class, for example. It was in Tajik, and I wanted to study sociology in English. Like because I was studying to be English teacher, right? So that's why I said, let me study sociology in English. Let me find courses online. And I took those courses on sociology, economics. We were studying economics, and professors weren't teaching well at all. And it was completely in Tajik and completely unrelated to my profession, English teacher. My course mate saying, why we are studying economics? It's not related to English teacher's job. I didn't say that. I didn't complain. I said, let me study economics. Let me find a course online in economics and study it in English. I was studying like uh, in two universities, online and offline. Offline was in Tajik, and online was the courses that I have selected online to study. Every courses that I was taking, almost, not every, almost every courses that I needed to study in university in Tajik, I was looking for courses online and looking for books and studying. And look, and it made me more interesting person right now. Like I can sit down and have a conversation about economics, supply and demand, and this is also important. It is making me a better decision maker. When I I had a conversation with my pay raise with my employer, and when I was talking to him, I was I was bringing up real facts like how inflation rate rose from 2023 to 2025, and how it is gonna rise again until the year of 2025, and how my market value has also increased. And adding all these numbers together, my salary should be this. And because I was bringing hard, cold facts, my employer agreed to increase my salary. Do not complain. And if you just get the best out of where you are. Maybe I have told you before, maybe I haven't told you before. Like Hojian State University, it's not the best university in the world, but I did my best to get the best out of it. Like a lemon that you squeeze and try to get all the juice from it. And when I tried to do it, and I realized Hojian State University is also good enough to get the education that I need to become better global citizen, to become good decision maker, and just to become a good person, like a good decision maker and independent person and active citizen in this global world.
Mm. I think the where we are coming from, like the poorest country and the poorest village ever, and a poor family, like we grew up like in a very poor people with a poor mindset. Like we don't learn anything at all, and we didn't have anything like useful outsource that was coming to us from the people around us, except like like shitty conversations and shitty situations. um like we have to learn everything. Like we have to, like, even the small things. I find myself like not being able to know like little simple things. And f- like if the goal is to be that good successful person, we have to learn like every small things as well, like everything, because if let's say if you are in a like in a I'm not making excuse, like, but I'm it's a real fact that if someone like at 22 years old for another guy who is from better country and better family, like he is definitely better than me in one way or another. Because while he was growing up, he had some useful outsources that was coming to him from outside. But I'm not making excuses, but it might be the fact. Because let me give you example. Like when we were growing up, we didn't have like a we didn't have a really, like, it's just a random example out of my head. Like it might be stupid example, but listen. Like when we were growing up, we didn't have like a proper dinner, right? We were in a very poor family. Like if you compare myself to someone who was in a better family and then like a richer country, richer like a hometown, he was growing up in a better situation and he was having a good dinners. And he already knew how to hold a knife and fork, how to proper hold a knife fork on a dinner table. You know what I mean? But I didn't. And I had to learn myself. Like no one is gonna be, no one taught. You know what I mean? That's kind of the simple things like that. It's gonna come to like outside, like without you knowing. Like you know how to like to do little things, so that you don't have to spend your time learning these simple things. You're just gonna go up like bigger. Just start like learning bigger things. And from the situation
Yeah,
that we're coming from, like we have to like learn like every little things like as much as possible, so that we are ready for the like a more stressful situations and bigger things in the future.
yeah, maybe. Maybe you could talk about this kind of things until this point of your life. Now, um, after when you are 30 years old, nobody says, "Oh, Jamshed was born in poor family, poor Jamshed." Nobody's gonna
Yes.
say that.
Mm,
Nobody's gonna say that. Everybody's gonna say why he didn't learn it. He had
mm,
10 years after he was 20 years old. Why didn't he
yeah.
work hard? There are so many people who came out of poverty after the age of 20. So they were born in a poor family, and after the age of 20, they go to Russia or they go other places. They start working for 10 years, and they do something, business or just work, and they learn this kind of stuff. Um, so that's why in order not to make this kind of not to get this kind of comments, like you should be learning, and you have all the resources right now. You have the internet. When you have internet, you shouldn't be complaining that I didn't study in Harvard. There is information out there. Now that we have Chat GPT, AI is growing every single day, and there should be zero excuse that you didn't go to Ivy League University or Oxford University. So you didn't have enough resources to get that kind of education or that kind of networking. We are living at a time of leverage, as they say on the internet. I don't want to sound like YouTube guy, but that's so true. Like if you want to talk to president right now, Like you can literally do it, like we are two steps behind those people. Like I know a guy, for example, I know the French teacher, the French teacher that I call, like, who taught me French at university. And
Yeah.
he knows France's ambassador in Dushanbe. And France's ambassador, he shook hands with our president. So basically, when I shook hands with French teacher, I shook hands with France's ambassador and our president, and our president shook hands with Donald Trump and Emmanuel Macron. You see,
Mm.
when you think about that way. So if I really had to talk to the president, I could do it. I could, you could too. Like you could tell me, and I could talk to that French teacher, and he could talk to some guys in Dushanbe or France's ambassador and send a message. Like we could literally send a message to the president, and like this is we are so interconnected these days. Like if you have good ideas, you can just put it out on social media and gain some kind of traction. You know, like now networking is not an excuse as well. Like before it was only aristocrats, they were hanging out together and you had to know some people in order to be among them. Now it's just the internet. You just go viral with your crazy idea and you get the attention, and these top people, performers, they also start paying attention to you. Isn't that true?
I mean, that is the whole point that I was thinking, that I was coming from. That after you become adult, like in one way or another, like almost everyone starts another level from the very beginning, you know? And after a few
Yes.
short years, like you when you are like a 30, 35, or 40 years old, and you are still not that successful enough, you're not still like rich enough that you wanted, or you still don't have the things that you wanted, and your peers have it, you're like the people who have been living in the same village have it, or like same country, and your classmates have it, and some people are ahead and some people below, right? And you cannot make the excuses that you were making back then, because they made
Yes.
it and you didn't, and they could ask
Yeah.
you why you didn't do it, why you didn't try harder, like I did it, I have it, why you can have it as well, you know what I mean? That's why,
Yes.
like when you're getting older, you're like maybe you could you might be making excuses when you're younger, when you're a teenager, like this excuse, that excuse, but when you become like older, your excuses will decrease, and you won't have any excuses to make. The only excuse you could make is some exception excuses, but I don't want to talk about them. But um like if you're getting older and older, yeah, people could ask you like why you didn't do it, like you could do this, you could do that, you had this, you had that, you could have done this, why you didn't do it, you know?
Yeah, if I were you, if I were 22 years old, honestly, I may be repeating myself. I would just try to learn everything. Like go to Do you think I liked economics at the first when I heard it in the class? No, I didn't like it at first, but when I started learning more out of it, it got interesting. Because the better you get at something, the more interesting it gets. It's like video game. You start playing it at the beginning, the video game that you have never played before, it's not interesting. But when you start playing a couple of times and you get used to how to play it, and then you get better at it, and you think, oh, I like playing this video game. Just like PES 22 video game. Like at first, I used to say, oh, I don't want to play this game. It's not interesting to me. And my friends got me into it. Like I started playing, and I didn't like it. But when I started getting better at it, and I started winning, and I started liking the game more. And the same thing happened with subjects in university. Um, At first I didn't like Tajik history or world history, and I didn't like it because I didn't like the numbers. But when I was taking those online history classes, the teacher was great, and I started learning more. And the more I learned, the more interesting history got to me. And I was so dedicated to learn all these things because I needed information. I just wanted to be somebody uh, who is interesting, who can have a conversation about any topic. And I just wanted to make good decisions because in order to make good decisions, you need to have high quality information. You cannot depend on low quality information and make a decision, and it can ruin your life. So that's why I was obsessed with learning and growing during my university years. And when I finished university, and I didn't have as much time to learn those things, and everybody stopped calling me a student. You know, now I'm a worker and I need to earn more. So that's why I started working more and studying less. And I am trying my best to study more, to read more, but it's really hard. Right now, Jamshed, you are a student. This is your definition and this is who you are. And you need to ask yourself, what should student be doing right now? Like in Tajik, they call it Donish Jew. Donish, it's knowledge. Jew, seeks,
Yeah,
seeker of knowledge. That's what I used to repeat in my head. Who am
yeah,
I? Who am I? I am Donish Jew, like seeker of knowledge. And I could be making zero money, and I could my hair. I had a I had a worse haircut, and I didn't think about it. I didn't think about girls. I didn't think about others. The only thing that I was thinking about was, who am I? I was Donish Chu, and what should I be doing right now? I should be
mm,
learning. I should be seeking for knowledge, and I did it. I
yeah,
did it for 4 years, and look where I am right now. And if you look at the lives of the people who graduated the same faculty uh, as I am. Look where they are and look where I am.
yeah, yeah,
Like they could be in China or they could be in Russia living
mm,
with 10 people in an apartment and working the job that they hate, like even
yeah,
teaching.
yeah,
They could have a BMW and driving around and they have a debt. Uh, they may they may have made I'm not judging them the way that they have lived their lives, but poor decisions, in order to impress other people, you get BMW and go into debt and make your life and to make the life of the people miserable. you know um I'm still happy with my bike, and I am so free, and I like freedom. And I with the information that I have, like I don't have to have BMW right now because I can go to Des Moines on my bike and it's good exercise, and I can go to work on my bike and it's good for my body, good for my mind. I can use the money in to do some other things. And I'm not
yeah,
thinking about impressing anybody. I'm just here to learn more, to grow more, to start this podcast and passion projects. I have so many goals. And yeah, so that's why, like, right now I'm not a student. I consider myself a lifelong learner. I'm just a lifelong learner now. I'm not a student anymore, and I cannot make any kind of mistake, excuses. And so that's why now I have some time, extra money, even to work on my haircut or to change my style. Now I can think about those kind of things if I want to.
yeah,
Now, how many years you have left in the university? I recommend you, like, don't complain that your professors aren't useful, or um, they are not the best professors. Every professor is good professor. You can learn something from them. Do your best, just like a lemon, squeeze it and get the best out of your university. Study hard. You're not sending money home, right? Sometimes you are helping. This is good, but You don't have to. And you just need to put your head down and study hard. But when you finish university, you must send money to home every single month. You cannot make any kind of excuse, you know? You cannot
Mm,
say, "Oh, I don't have money." And people start questioning, like, what is Jamshed doing in Prague? What is he doing that he can't send money home? You know? And what are you gonna say? And say, I don't have money? Okay. Some I don't know, like it won't be cool if you will not be able to send some money to parents every single month when you finish university. Now parents, me, and nobody says anything. Oh, he's just a student, you know? So use this time.
mm. In my opinion, it was never about like going to university and like being like studying and everything. But I think it was about like learning new different things and making yourself interesting person and proving yourself that you can handle like lots of things at the same time. Like you're preparing yourself for the bigger pressure that's gonna come along the way in the future. Like studying many subjects at the same time and studying and working at the same time and studying working and working out at the same time and studying working out and doing something else at the same time, like preparing yourself for the bigger pressures that is gonna come in the future. And yeah, I think it was never about like just going to university and it was studying. It was about the way more things that you like most want to realize, you know?
Yeah, you're doing good, but I don't want you to good. I don't want you to do good. I want you to do great. And I see the potential in you, and I see that you realize that you have the potential and you have time and you have so much opportunity. Just get the best out of it and don't waste it. As there are so many people, my friends, and so many people in our street, their reality is completely different. They just go to Russia for 11 months. They work 11 months like this. They wake up in the morning, go to work, come home, sleep, repeat 11 months, and they come to Tajikistan for 1 month to enjoy, and they go back again. And that's their reality. And you have better. You have the chances to make your life better and to create some opportunities for these people, you know? You could help these people and you could give them jobs, create more businesses and hire them. Do good to yourself, to your family, to your country, to your people. Like we should be thinking bigger, you know? We should not be
Yeah.
thinking about I'm gonna make my life better. I'm gonna build a house, get married, get a car. Like this is the dream of these people that I am talking about. Uh, but as Hojiboy Tojiboyev, the famous Uzbek comedian says, if you shoot for the moon, you need to shoot for the moon, because if you shoot for the hill or mountain, you just stay where you are. So we should be shooting for the moon, shooting for the stars, and
No,
aiming big.
he says that if you shoot to the moon, you will go up the same hill. If you shoot just a little bit higher, you will just lay in the ground. Like he just says it
Yeah,
in a funny way.
yeah, he says in a funny way, and this is true. And his
Yeah,
comedy bits are full of philosophy and life lessons, and this is so true.
yeah,
And yeah, one of the things, like, I know you are ambitious and you have big goals, but in the end, I realized it's more about serving people, helping people. Like, what do businesses do? They serve people, right? And helping people, or they make their lives easy. Whether it is you are serving the poor people or fixing problems of rich people, it's all about serving. And God created us to work and to keep this garden, to keep this earth, to maintain it. And we're not here to eat, sleep. We should be doing more, and
We're not here
just
just for exist.
yes, we're not here just for existing, and we should here to do something. And one thing that I realized is that after starting this podcast, that the more I create stuff, even if nobody's watching, um some podcasts that we record, this one, or podcast in Uzbek I'm creating, right? Or some courses that I create on Telegram, I feel so good. And this is some kind of feature that has been installed in my in humanity, I guess. Like, we are here to create and to build something, some people build houses, some people build apps, podcasts, or other things. Start something that is your own and start creating it and sharing it with the world, that kind of stuff. And I'm sure you can listen to smart guys like Nawal Ravikant or other people for better podcasts and how to live your 20s. But the most important thing is that you take more action and live your life that way.
Mm. And also, Khurshid say said, you have to be useful person. You have to be one way or another. You have to be useful to the people around you, so that people will remember you and people will come and see you when you are old, or people will call you on your birthdays and such kind of stuff. You cannot be just a old person and expect the people to come and visit you if you haven't been useful yourself.
Yeah,
He always says that, he says, yeah, just be useful. Like, you have to have some useful skill or something. You have to be like, you have to give to people something, you know. If you're not useful, you are nobody. Yeah.
yeah. I don't know, Josh. If we we went into that tangent, like just like I used to do it when you were here. I think when we were working out, going for a run in the morning, and when I was in university and you were 10th or 11th grade, we did it again. I think this thing is to help you. As I was telling these things to help you, to motivate you, it was reinforcing in my brain that all the things that I said you to do, I'm gonna be doing them still. I still consider myself 27 and I'm not 30 yet. Until the age I am 30, I'm gonna be doing the thing that most of the thing that I told you to do. Learning and growing and bettering myself in order to be um, well educated and to be more useful to society, to other people, and to serve more, to create more, and yeah, to give more.
Yeah, that's that should be that should be in mind for the whole year. And probably who knows? Maybe we're gonna change so many things in 1 year. Like, maybe we're gonna um repeat that song um that goes like, at 23 I wanted everything that I wanted. Like, have you heard that song?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. I mean, um, just we'll keep working hard and